What's going on, guys? JP again with another video. So today I went to locals with a fun deck I've been actually wanting to play for a while. As you can see from the cover art, that is the Magical Muskets and the Fiendsmiths, Light Fiends. I've actually been preparing Fiendsmith Magical Muskets for the longest time. I got it back, I think, just when Fiendsmith was announced, like maybe 6 or 7 months ago. Speak under correction. Made some trades to get the core. I used to play double SP my rescue ace. One of those SPs I have now found a new home, and I have instead got magical muskets. So this last night we played 3 rounds of Swiss at my locals, Pandemonium Games. You should check them out. Big OTS this weekend. Like to see you guys there. Yeah, so let's get into the profile. So for the main deck, funny thing, I forgot my side deck at home, so I only played with my main and my side. So no siding for me. I had to play for what I did, and I still managed to pull out a third place win. So just getting into the profile, I play the main starter, 3 of her, 3 Starfire. So if you or your opponent plays a spell or trap card in her column, she procs and then she would summon a magical musket, which is usually the next one. I play 3 Caspar. So this deck list is very similar to the one that Thinkabui played at Euros, but I modded mine slightly. And then for the last magical musket, I play the 1 Doc. Doc is just there for recursion, so if you play a spell or trap card in his column, he adds the card back, adds one of your musket cards back from the graveyard to the hand. And then Caspar, if a spell or trap is played in his column, when he procs, he then adds a magical musket card from the deck to the hand. So yeah, so that's that for the musket monsters. Then for the musket spells and traps, I chose to play 2 cross domination. So this is the pseudo imperm, and then makes the monster, it negates a 0/0. The one last stand is the spell trap negate. It's also a counter trap. Thank you, Tyrone, for hitting me with Solemn Judgment twice on this card. It wasn't fun. And then I played the 1 Dance Needle. It's a triple Didicro. Came very clutch in my match against Tim. He was on voiceless, so getting rid of his ritual spells and monsters in the graveyard was kind of key that game. I'm playing the 1 Desperado, just a targeted destroy on the field. So that's that for these spells and traps. You can always recur them with Doc if the game should be getting in a bit of a grindy state. Then for the honorary musket card is linking through the Varans. Cannot be responded to. If you go in second, you go straight into max and get your 3 musket names on the field, which is great. Card won me quite a few games last night, which is great. So not much else to say. I must play card if you play muskets. Then for the Fiendsmith lineup, it's just the 3 engraver. We're waiting for Rage of Abyss. We will play the yugioh as well. And then 1 Fabled Lorry, double trapped. Just waiting on my third, or if someone has a third for me, can hook me up. And then I'm playing double sanct. This just makes a token, and this adds any light fiend. So it's basically the router for the entire deck. So 1 light fiend is full Fiendsmith combo in this deck, so that's great. So yeah, so that's good for the Fiendsmith lineup. I also play another unique target for track if things should get a little dicey. Then I am playing the 1 Diabolica. It's a really cool tech. There is a card in the extra deck which you can use to send her, and then there's a combo if engravers in the grave. You just add usually engraver back to the hand with her if she's sent to the graveyard by a card effect. And then my 1 unique target for the track, should I have combo in hand ready, is the Santa Claus, just to Kaiju something. And it happens to be a light fiend as well. So yeah, so that's that. And then for the two unchained cards, just the one Shavada and the Chamber. Not much to say about that, you guys should know what those do. And I chose to play 3 Pot of Prosperity. I got into a grind match against Tyrone. He plays stun, and I opened really bad. I actually went through my entire X deck. I think I had to use I had to use both pots to try and get over his jargon lock that he had on me. And then 2 talents. Yeah, nice to either draw cards, take control of a monster, or look at your opponent's hand if they do interrupt you. So yeah. Then for some board breaking, I'm playing the 3 Forbidden Droplet. It's quite nice. Just the 1 Called by the Grave. Please Konami, bring it to 2. There's too many hand traps in this format, unless you're doing a slaughter list coming this end of August. Then we play the double Foolish Burial, and then the Foolish Burial target is the Blackout Laughs. Really came clutch in my last round. I went Foolish Burial, sent this, and my opponent was playing a very unique deck. He was playing Voiceless Voice Fiendsmith. So I sent this, and then in his turn, when he attempted his did the track to Lori, I banished us from the graveyard, called Requiem, and yeah, he couldn't use Requiem's effect, so he was then kind of stuck. And so that came up there. And then for my 40th card, because I'm missing the 1 track, I decided to main Rivalry of the Warlords. Also came in clutch in a couple of games last night, just keeping my opponent locked into 1 typing. So yeah, that is that for the main deck. Must say it's quite fun playing last night. I played some older players, so when they saw the Magical Musket cards, it was quite nostalgic for them because they haven't seen it in like years. So yeah, it's good that they got a nice refresh. Onto the extra deck, just the 1 max. Because it's a light fiend, and with the Fiendsmith stuff, you only really need 1 because you can recycle them. Because they're light fiends, so with the with Sequence and Lacrima, you can always just shuffle your light fiends back into the deck. So yeah, so that's kind of cool. And what Max does is, depending on what your opponent controls, you can either special summon 3 muskets of 3 different names, or you can add 3 spells or traps of different names depending on what they control. Then still the 1 Requiem. Requiem's cool. So any light fiend in the deck is actually 1 card combo into your Fiendsmith line. So there's the Requiem, then the Sequence. Then for some utility, I'm playing still the 1 Espiral Knight, which I usually make off the Rage in my opponent's turn if I happen to be going first. And then the 1 Lord Yama. And then we are playing Unchained Soul of Anguish, and then from Anguish we usually go into access code for the OTK lines. And then just to crown off the links, I'm playing the 1 Apollosa. Thanks for hooking me up with the Apollosa Bow of the Goddess. I wanted the original print. Please Konami, don't ban her, she's not toxic. Affect Snake Eyes rather. That's it for the links. What's next? For the fusions, I'm playing the 1 Nikoko Princess, the 1 Aerial Eater, because I know Beatrice is going to get banned, so Aerial Eater came in clutch. So there's the line with Aerial Eater. With the Aerial Eater, what you'll do is, once you fuse into him, you'll send the Diabolica, and then Diabolica, when she is sent, she can add any fiend back to your hand from the graveyard. So usually, if I have an Engraver in the graveyard, when she's sent off there, I will add the Engraver back to the hand, discard him to then go full combo from there. So yeah, so that's the 1 unique line with that card. And then for the next Fiendsmith fusion is the 1 Lacrima. Also won me a game because he does the burn in time. Actually won me 2 games. Yeah, and then the 1 Desiree, non-targeting Omni Negate for cards on the field. And then yeah, I entered a lot of boards last night just with him. and then with the musket cards on, and then a hand of 3 or 4 cards to start interacting with my opponent. So yeah, so that's it for the fusions in the deck. Next we've got the XYZs. I'm just playing the one Caesar. Never came up last night. I found I was banishing a lot of pot just to find combo, and then just the one Typhon. Yeah, so yeah, that's the list. Nothing too amazing, but I had a lot of fun last night playing the deck. Let me think now. We've got OTS coming this weekend, so not sure what I'm gonna play. If I'm gonna play this, or if I'm going to play what's it, yugioh. So yeah, the deck was kind of fun. I think it has its choke points like every other deck. Yeah, I had so much fun playing it. Then if you guys like what you heard here, like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like it, thank you for listening this long, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.